So again, welcome everyone to NPC Day Bangkok. And we're grateful to have you all here. It's been a good experience also organizing this with Protocol Labs, of course, Future Primitive, who were the original instigators of NPC Day, and of course the team at OP Games and Cosmic Labs. So thank you to everyone who helped make this happen. Next slide, Jen. And a little bit of history on NPC Day. We've been doing this for, I guess, this is the fifth install of NPC Day. It started in New York with the Future Primitive team to just really think about NPCs in a different lens than most crypto events. Like when we hear about NPCs, or maybe let's start with defining what an NPC is, right? Like it's a non-player character, mostly coming from video games. They've always been agentless characters that just stand there waiting for the main character to approach them and interact. But now that AI has come in and kind of made us rethink how NPCs are, then we think this is kind of the time to be discussing what that really means for us, right? And so Benny and Jaden and the team at Future Primitive started with NPCs with an idea also about using them to populate empty worlds with rich narratives. And NPC Day has kind of changed and evolved after that. We had NPC Day Denver. We ran NPC Day London and Istanbul as well. And what I specifically with OP Games do around NPC Days is try to do a bit of a workshop around how we need to be designing games. And so I hope for this one is all of you guys stick around and do that workshop, because I think it kind of helps with these three or rather four goals for the day. One thing I did also want to share is today is Loy Krathong. I hope I said that correctly, Ka. But it's a day for us to put our wishes out there. And our wish for the day is one, and which is something I've brought in from Kernel and an accelerator that I've been part of, is to make friends during this day. My sense is, as Andy said, there is a lot of loneliness in the space and in the world in general. And what Kernel has shown me is it's kind of the best way to learn about something new. Is you do it with people you trust in an environment of intellectual honesty, and to just share it with people, because learning by yourself is really just a lonely thing. And the last part is to have fun. One thing that I kind of lament in the space is a lot of people start out as game designers or game developers. I was a game developer for 20 years. And as you talk to more people, they start playing less and less games. Like they haven't really played the latest games. Like the last game they played was Mario, right? And there's been so many good games that came out that I feel people should still be playing and still be having fun while they're in this space of making games. Cool, next slide, Jane. For our agenda today, so we just had Andy talk about virtuous games. The idea was to kind of level set and think of games in the context of not just in our space, but how we make them and what games are in the world that we live in. Next we'll have Jaden from Future Primitive. He'll be chatting with us about TBAs and NPCs. And an interesting note is NPC Day started out because of TBAs, which is like a genesis technology for how do we put NPCs on chain. So we're excited for that. And then we'll have Tim Cotton talk about autonomous AI agents. So really looking forward to that as well, like seeing these NPCs really start interacting with us in the spaces that we are in digitally. And then we'll break for lunch, and then we'll have Niraj talking about permissionless games, something that blockchains are really designed for, right? Like anyone can just put something online as a contract, and what kind of games should we be making with that design space in mind. And then we'll have a demo from Cosmic Labs. So just a brief segue, Cosmic Labs is us, OP Games, and we're kind of putting our technology and our research out there in the form of a game engine called Cosmic Engine. And we'll share that and show some of the AI NPCs we're working on. After that, we'll have a panel moderated by Chase and a few of our friends in the OP Guild, which is a guild where we're building around game developers. And then lastly, as I mentioned, we'll have that game design workshop. So I hope you guys all stay around for that. We'll have some fun activity, and we'll also have some prizes to give away for the team that wins. Okay, so I wanted to start the talks with this last slide. If you look at NPC Day, one of the sentences that there was defeat from the norm or from what an NPC should be. As I mentioned, like NPCs, they kind of were like this guy. Like there's an NPC in a game somewhere, still waiting on you to finish that side quest you forgot about that would change your life, which is sad. Like that's so lonely. Like AIs right now, if you look at them, and if you read this book, which I would share lately, which Andy also shared earlier, was just determined by Robert Sapolsky, you can kind of think that there's nothing functionally different from us and AI, especially when they're getting to that point, right? When human exceptionalism and free will is kind of under challenge. And, and you kind of think of that, then we are also NPCs. Like, like one term from the NPC Day shirt from the previous event was the NPC in me sees the NPC in you, namaste. And I feel like that's a good way to start flipping, I guess, our ideas, right? Like be subversive around what NPC and AI means. Future Primitive also coined the term network playable characters. So not non-player characters, but network playable characters. And what does that mean, right? What if they're part of a network and we can embody them and we can play as them? And I also wanted to talk about culture, right? NPCs is now a term that people use. We also hear about main character energy. And is that a good thing for someone to have main character energy? We don't know. Maybe it is. And on the flight over, I rewatched Matrix Resurrections. People probably didn't watch it. I don't think people liked it. But one thing I really liked about there was a good exploration of, I guess, synthetic beings. One is Sibebe, the robot that saved Neo from the pod, and the new Morpheus cross Agent Smith, which was kind of like his new guide, right? So let's flip the thinking around NPCs. They're not just waiting there for you to finish that side quest. They can be the main characters themselves. They can be friends. They can live. They can love. And maybe we can go through a bit of the slides before I finish. Yeah. So later we'll have that game design workshop. We'll discuss a little bit about the scenario that we will play a game design workshop around, and then the last one. And then I'll share a little bit of magic with you guys called bibliomancy, and we'll do a little bit of a LARP. So hope all of you are excited for that, as I am, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all of the talks. And we'll have an NPC Day Toronto in winter. More details to come soon, but for now, let's all be excited for the talks, and we'll have Jaden next to give us the talk on TBAs and NPCs. So thank you all for being here.